was baptized at 19, and I wrote that my main object is to live a beautiful life so that all may see the glory of God. I wrote that when I was 19, and I happened to pick it up through the years and look at it and keep looking at it again. And I guess that's the calling of all of us, to live a beautiful life so that all can see the glory of God. Mother Mary, she knows there is no sorrow as such that she doesn't know. She is amazing in that her response is always simple, clear, and immediate. She is the mother of all mothers.
Ying did not allow difficulties in life to shake her faith in God's love. Her thirst for life is limitless, and she wants to share that with people. Her heart is big. She has a heart that could love many people, many.
So what is missing in our world today, as Pope Francis says, is tenderness. We need a revolution of tenderness. He says, think about Mother Mary. When she was at Cana, she was so mindful that this poor couple was going to have their celebration ruined because they were running out of wine. And she was tender enough to be aware of that need. She walked with her son as he suffered the way of the cross. She watched him die, and she stood by him, even though it was beyond human to be able to do so. And she did that out of tenderness. And finally, on Holy Saturday, it is surmised that she ran back to the apostles to console them, even though they had run away and deserted her son the day before. This, he says, is what tenderness is about. Despite all the pain that you feel inside and the rush that you have inside, you are able to step into the shoes of the other and to feel and taste the other person. And unless you reclaim this by a revolution of tenderness, our families will remain fragmented.
I don't think I can ever do justice to articulate how amazing and how I'm inspired by her. She saw every flaw as an opportunity to mend and show God's love, emerge from that. She drew Marcus and I individually and as a married couple closer to God.
When you find God, you will find the strength to love again. Faith is directly related to marriage. God gave us the gift of our marriage. If we are at peace with God, we will do whatever it takes to bring peace into our marriage. So everyone is redeemable. Every marriage is redeemable. It's only a question of whether both parties are prepared to love God and to recognize their marriage as a gift from Him.
Yeah.
We feel compelled to raise our family like they have, they are really true apostles that draws people to learn and to grow with them, and they continue to teach and reach out to couples and set an example for all of us in the CEP community to always be steadfast in our faith, to put Christ in every marriage, because when there's Christ, every couple can face any struggle together.
You could see that despite she was not feeling well, her only message to us was keep going, and it's a form of encouragement. It really just shows the selfless love that she has for couples and for marriage and family.
Every time I go through a procedure and the needles keep coming, I will think of someone who is in need. Gosh, there's so many couples who are in need. And I will offer that someone up, and I will ask God, deliver them from evil, give them faith, save their marriage, save their children. This is the one thing I live for. We live for.
I would call them apostles of married life. They reach out to people who are hurting. They reach out to people who struggled with their children. And because they just want to share this love that they had for one another, and they believe that the same love that they had for one another could also be experienced in many other couples. So that is, to me, is their message. In Vatican II, the Church recognized the apostolate of the laity. And for them, they embodied exactly what the Church of Vatican II had wanted laity to be. That you feel that in your own vocation, you have that empowerment, the capacity to minister, to witness to Christ. And so they started CP, couple empowerment. It's to empower couples to live out and to be who they are called to be.
The moment Jerome died, the entire family aligned themselves with him and with the destination of heaven. That there is a heaven. And that I had every intention, together with our family, to work as hard as we can, do whatever we need to do in this life, and make sure that we get to heaven as soon as possible, because I know that's where he's going to be. And I want to see him again. So nobody intends to go anywhere else. They all want to make it to heaven. Nobody is distracted. Why? Because one of our most beloved is there.
Day. Until then I'll live to hear you say, well,